So here we are for another episode of Let's Talk About Animals. You know, we don't always spend all of our time in the Hamptons. Sometimes we get out and Nixie comes with us. So today we're going to be talking with members in the dog park about what it's like to have a dog in a high-rise. Now get this. This is always cute. Hey Nikki. Hi Nikki. Hi Nikki. This is always a good time for us to play in the elevator, and I get lots of good hugs from Nikki. Hi sweetie. Hi sweetie. Right here in the elevator. It's good. It's good. Right now she smells a treat though, so she's ready to go and play. We happen to be fortunate in that Williams Island has its very own dog park, and our dogs get to run around and it's free. And one thing, I always try to get my dog, Mickey, off the leash because she has what is typical for a lot of dogs, which is the flight or fight syndrome. So the dogs here at the park are beginning to get used to each other. Even though Nikki is the new dog in the park, a lot of them have been friends for ages. But getting back to the flight or fight syndrome, when dogs meet on leashes, you'll find that a lot of times when they're free in a park, there's no problem. But if they feel like they can't run away, they have to fight or be as bold and aggressive as they could possibly be to scare away the other animal. So that's why a lot of times a normally non-aggressive dog will get really feisty when it's confined to a leash. That's all part of the dog training. Let's go over and talk about the animals. Everybody's here, and these are all wonderful, wonderful dogs here at the park. And they're beautiful.
Let me introduce you to Dancer.
Hi, Dancer. How are you, sweetheart? Hello, baby. How was Dancer? Oh,
Called her Dancer because when I went into the town to get a dog,
yes,
she was in a little pen by herself. She stood on her hind legs and danced.
Oh my
I said, I got to take you.
It was love at first sight, right?
Yes, it was love.
She's from the shelter we're walking for on Saturday.
Oh, she is. So, you want to tell them a little bit, Sandy, about the shelter that we're working for on Saturday?
They select from the big pound downtown, the ones that are healthy and they really can guarantee they're going to be adopted, and that's where Mitzvah came from and Dancer came from. And a number of other dogs here.
Okay.
Hey there, sweetheart.
Now this is this Blue?
No, do not give him a treat. Do not
That's
give him a treat.
Bentley.
Over there.
Yeah, Bentley has a big blue collar.
Mocha is
Blue
beautiful.
is got on a...
Where is little Blue today?
There's
He's
Blue.
here.
With the cutest sweater.
Where did Blue go? I didn't see you. Down.
Jules, somebody told me today about a store that has treats made from rabbit. Or food made from rabbit.
Well, you know it's...
And rabbit's supposed to be very good for dogs.
Oh, really?
Well, you know, everybody has their own theory about food, and I'd like to hear everybody here's food theories, what they feed their dog and why.
Bentley does not eat table food. He's not allowed. And because he has a very sensitive stomach, so, you know, he just eats dog food.
Do you keep
But I mix some brown rice and kosher chicken.
Do you serve it raw or do you cook it?
Oh, cooked.
You always cook it.
Uh-huh.
Well, the big thing now, especially with the pedigrees and the ones that go to Westminster, is they believe that you should always serve the dog raw meat. Because it has
I couldn't do raw chicken. I mean, it's too dangerous.
Well, that we think it's dangerous, but by the same token, if it's really done the way it should be, it's the primary food because that's the way that they're used to ingesting it and the like. And you know, we have to, in our minds, it's a very difficult thing to do. But my theory is every dog is different, and you have to also accommodate your own lifestyle with that dog.
Well, I cook for him. I don't cook for my husband.
Well, that sounds sensible to me.
Somebody sent me.
Somebody else will do for him.
Somebody sent me an email today, and it asked for a recipe. It was one of those, you know, cane things. So I sent back. I don't do recipes. I do reservations.
What? Arlene, first of all, Williams Island, due to Kathy here, who inspired all of the rest of us to get up and support the Humane Society, which we're going to be interviewing this week as well. But Kathy is the one that spearheaded the whole Williams Island group to donate for the Humane Society. And our largest contributor is right here with us, Arlene. What inspired your love for animals, Arlene?
Well, it's a long story. I'm not going to go into it. But it was Jeff Burnside, really, from Channel 7 that inspired me to give to the animals. I bought a dog from a puppy mill, and it lasted 3 days, and it died. And it was a heartbreak for my granddaughter, so I feel that the Humane Society does a great thing, and everyone should get dogs.
Dancer? Begging for treats.
I can't go into the whole
we do want to talk about puppy mills, and it's something that so many people think that it's a good thing to go and buy a dog from a puppy mill. But that's a whole other issue. But please, whatever you do, go and check out your local rescue organization, because you can know a lot more about the history of that pet through a rescue organization than you will from a puppy mill. It may look adorable inside that cage, but you don't know what kind of suffering and what kind of conditions that the mothers have to go through to breed those dogs.
Where do you live in the Hamptons?
We live in Watermill.
Okay.
We're
Come here.
Brian, you have 5 minutes. Look at that. I just walked in. I said adorable.
okay. But you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
You should be camera shy. I should be camera shy.
No, I really am. I started to introduce
You know, but you know,
Yeah, thank you. And we have no laws. We just didn't want the computer.
and David will be.
Sandpiper Lane.
Sure. Okay, that's good.
We lived there for 25 years plus. And then we got bored.
Really? Yeah. Well, and you're just here year round now?
No, we moved to spend summers down at
A lot of people do that. Yeah.
That's sweater,
We
man.
just got 2.
I think there's a sandpiper Narragansett too.
Well, what is your wife's name? Dave. I think that, we know Dave.
They said every generation they mixed a black poodle and a brown
Do
poodle.
you have the trainer's number?
Want to pet our dog?
Do you have
Well,
Her name's
Bruce
Nikki.
was about a year old. He was brown with
I've had
large
Nikki.
black.
No,
Nikki's
I
nice
have
too.
it, but I have to tell you, I did all the training.
Could not train
Oh,
her.
you didn't like
That's
her?
your
All
dog?
the trainer did was teach me what to do. Yeah.
And
Okay, if you're cool with that.
Anyway, this is Jacqueline, and she's already a big dog lover. And she had a very good strategy, which we should share with adults. I asked Jacqueline how she pets puppies, and she said she sits down and lets them come to her. And that's a very good way to meet a new dog.
I don't feel with good.
Mm-hmm. You want to call your dog for us? Oh, your dog is very busy right now, I see.
Mommy, do this. I can do it. Let me do it this, like this. And this. And then Mommy, I do it.
So. Say hello. Oh my goodness. That's a cute puppy. Oh my.
Oh, look at the moon.
That's Chancellor Third. Chancellor Third. Okay, good night all.
Good night.
I have no idea what dancer is.
Oh, it's a little bit of love. That's all.
They said that they thought he had...
Okay, Sandy has some great stories about dog, and I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about Mitzvah, because Mitzvah's also a rescue dog, right?
Absolutely. Our family always rescues dogs, but we always rescued poodle mixes before because we thought we were allergic to anything else. And we had 2 that came from Hurricane Andrew, and they lived with us for over 17 years. And they died just before we moved to the apartment. Life was very easy without a dog, but after a year, that was it. So just before Thanksgiving, I went to the shelter that we're walking for, and I filled out paperwork and said I wanted a male poodle mix after January. And then I toured the facility. And she isn't any of that, and it wasn't in January. But I just couldn't leave without it. I kept looking at her picture online, and then I called and said, that's the one I want. I said, but she already has a paid reserve and 2 other people waiting. An hour later, I got a phone call, and they said, do you still want her? I'll be there in an hour, and here she is.
What happened to the other 2 people and the one waiting?
The one waiting was putting their dog to sleep that day and didn't feel like they could take a dog home that day. They won't hold them. And they just bumped me up because they saw that our dogs had lived with us for over 17 years and were rescues, and decided we were the right home for her.
Well, she's been taking lessons, and I've been seeing that she's got a trainer that comes here. How is that working out?
In some ways, some of the things she's being trained to do are not things that I really care whether or not she does, but a lot of it is just to let her know who's in charge. But I think she is.
I was kind of concerned about your trainer, and this is just, you know, basically, because it didn't seem to me that she had the rapport with Mitzvah that
Mitzvah listens to her better than she listens to me.
Well,
because she's stricter.
Yeah.
And she knows, and she's even worse with my husband because she knows she can get away with everything.
Well, they do. They pick up on that.
But it's more a question of the walking. That when I stop now, she will stop and sit. But she walks a little ahead of me, and she's supposed to walk a little behind me. Who cares?
Well, this is I'll tell you the theory behind that, Sandy. Yeah. And it works because this happens with Nicolette, and I have to use it a lot. It's the leader of the pack syndrome. If they are ahead, that makes them the leader of the pack. Therefore, they have to be more aggressive and defend all of the rest of the pack. When they walk behind you, they are less aggressive and are more accommodating. They're kinder. Look, you are in charge then, and therefore they listen to you better, and they are less aggressive with other dogs, what have you. I did a simple test with that with my husband, Bob. He says, this dog is outrageous. This dog cannot do, you know.
I thought you made him walk behind you.
Oh, honey. Just the reverse in our family.
Well, I know when they talk about the alpha dog and that I'm supposed to be the alpha dog, if I get out of bed, she will take my place. If my husband gets out of bed, she doesn't take his place. So she already knows I'm the alpha.
Maybe he snuggles better than you do.
Well, I'm just the alpha with regard to her, not with regard to him.
Well, so I meant, you know, maybe he snuggles with her better, and she wants to take your place. Nicolette snuggles too. That's wonderful when you have a dog that wants to be with you, and I don't care what you say. We always sleep with our dogs. Yes, I love this story.
One of the things that's so neat about